Hello, TikTok. How is everyone in TikTok land doing today? Give this a chance for the algorithm to kick it out. If you're seeing me, say hi in the comments. We're going to give away a free message from Spirit today. So if you're seeing me in the comments, say hi. Help me help you guys share this live. I'm not exactly sure how you share on TikTok because I'm still figuring TikTok out, but I'm sure there's a way somehow. Help me help you guys share the live. Okay, you guys, I don't have a lot of time today. Oops, I kicked the camera, sorry about that. I don't have a lot of time today, so I'm just gonna try to jump in and get right to the point here. As always with my lives, I like to open with a card pull because there's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. So if you're here watching this right now, Spirit brought you here. I guarantee you that. They use synchronicity and alignment. That is the #1 language of Spirit. So they tend to group together the people that can resonate with the messages that are being delivered. So I like to start with understanding how synchronicity and alignment work and understanding that there is no such thing as fluke, random, or chance in the universe. I like to open with a little bit of a card pull because if you've got something going on in your life, whatever it is, think about whatever it is that you would like some insight or whatever challenge is going on in your life. I'm going to shuffle the cards and pull the card and give you the meaning of the card. And hopefully that will give you some insight into the question that you asked. Ready? And then we'll get into the good stuff. But this just helps me be patient while I wait for you guys to help me help you and share the live. All right. Oh, card picked itself. Just flew out. Oof. So a lot of people going through some hard energies right now, you guys. We got the 5 of Pentacles. The thing about the 5 of Pentacles is sometimes it can feel like a tough energy, but it actually has a really positive meaning behind it. I want you to look at this card. Whatever you asked, put this into a frame of mind of however reference to your question. But I want you to see this card. This card has 2 people that look a little bit downtrodden. They got bandages on their head. You can see it's been a long journey. They've been trotting along, right? You can see how broken they look. But what's right behind them? That church is right behind them. The church represents faith, everything that takes faith. It's also coins, it's the money, it's the support, it's the stability, it's the warmth, it's everything that you've been looking for. But they don't even see it. They're so focused on their misery. They're so focused on the path that they think is this terrible path that they don't even see the help that's right behind them. That's why I say this can be a tough energy. It talks about that you're not seeing this sometimes, the support that's all around you. So if you feel like you resonate with these people right here and that you've been walking this path and you feel like a little bit blocked, a little bit downtrodden, a little bit, suffering, then I want you to stop and thank the universe and your loved ones on the other side and God for showing you the blessing that you can't see. Some of God's most beautiful blessings, my friends, start out as a series of misfortunate events. You got to keep that in mind. You got to keep that in mind or the world will tear you apart. Okay, so I digress. Let's jump right in and get somebody out there a message from your loved ones, shall we? First of all, a lot of you here on TikTok don't really know who I am, so let me just introduce myself again. My name is Tracy. I'm a psychic medium. I'm a weirdo who lives in this physical world and in the non-physical world at the same time. For whatever reason, I was built in such a way that I am able to navigate the physical world and the non-physical. Now, what I mean by that is that thing you have to understand about your loved ones in spirit is that they are not gone. The soul is never gone. There's multiple dimensions upon dimensions upon dimensions in this reality. It's just that our physical eyes can only see like 1% of what is around you. The best way I can explain this to you is if you think about a beam of sunshine shining through your window. When that beam of sunshine is shining through your window, you can see all the particles and the dust and everything in that sunshine beam that you couldn't see without that beam of light there, right? Because it's not that the light is bringing in the dust, it's that the light is illuminating what is already there that you can't see with your physical eyes. So your loved ones are kind of like that. They're all around you, but the soul energy vibrates so fast and so high that you can't see it with your physical eyes. But I promise you, they're still with you. They have not left you, you guys. They are with you. They are communicating with you every single day. This is why I bust my ass every single day to get up here and do free readings for everyone. I've been doing this work for 10 years. I'm a professional psychic medium. I have a full schedule. I'm a single mom of 4. 3 are already adults. Thank God for that. But still, busy lady. And yet I still find the time every single day to get up here and make a point of doing free readings. And this is why. Because so many of you feel like we've been taught that when the soul exits the physical body that they're dead and gone. They're not. And if you think they're dead and gone, and if you stop talking to them and you don't understand their communication back, then you're going to experience their loss for the rest of your life. And someone like me feels them all around you, desperately trying to connect with you and talk to you and let you know that they're there. And so every day I get up here and I try to teach you their language, because I know it's not exactly the same as when they were here in the physical world, but I promise you it's better than being gone forever. And once you understand their language, once you understand that there is no such thing as fluke, random, or chance, that they are pure high vibrating energy and they use energy to communicate with you. They use synchronicity. They use alignment to put you in exactly the right place at exactly the right moment at exactly the right time to get the message they need you to get. That is how they communicate. Once you understand their energetic vibrational communications, you will start to see that it is literally mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance. So that's why I get up here every single day, so that you can feel their love and their presence in your life every single day. All right, so this is how this works, you guys. It's a little different than how I do it on Facebook. I've been reading for Spirit on Facebook for almost 10 years now, but it's old school over there. It's my comfort zone. I don't even get as many viewers over there, but it's my comfort zone. I'm a little bit technologically challenged. I struggle with technology, so TikTok is like all new for me. Not exactly sure how to work it all yet. So we baby step our way through this, you guys. On Facebook, and I'm going to tell you this because it's important that you understand you have both platforms to come to get a message from me. If this is the first time you're seeing me here, I guess I should back up a little bit. If this is the first time you're seeing me here, I need you to know this is not the only way to get a message from me. I offer a wide variety of ways to get a message from me so that it's affordable and accessible to everyone. So I do free live readings every single day on Facebook and 2 to 3 times a week here on TikTok. I give messages from Spirit on Zoom every Tuesday for only $28 a person. I book private readings and private group readings, and there's the THM Club and all of that kind of stuff. But you got to go to my website, thmedium.ca. And I can't stress this enough. I do not solicit you for readings, ever. There are a huge amount of fake sites out here with my face, taking my face and my logo and my videos, and they are uploading them to fake accounts and then soliciting you guys, trying to get you guys to buy a reading from them. I don't ever do that. And just so you know, any reputable psychic or medium doesn't do that either. We do not fish you for readings. We don't do that. Anybody who does that, that's how you can tell that they're fake. Every psychic and medium that does this work is trained a little bit differently in how they use their gifts and in the people that receive those gifts. And God told me a long time ago, each one of us is specially trained through our traumas and through our hardships in the past. As we overcome those and as we learn how to overcome those in our lives and connect with Spirit through those, then it gives us the ability to help even more people. So it's kind of like all of the struggles and challenges that we've all been through before is like up here in my library. And so when Spirit connects with me, they have access to all of that. So anybody with these types of gifts, anybody who has psychic abilities in any way, shape, or form, all you have to do is get up there and offer them to somebody who needs them. And God will always send you somebody who will benefit, who will be at that level where you are at that moment in time, who can benefit from that gift. It's a beautiful cycle. So anybody that comes to fish you, they're not real. Anybody that's up there, even if they're not that great yet and they're still struggling to figure it out and they're up there trying to offer some kind of help, those people are real. That's how you can tell the real people from the negative. So please, you guys, be careful because so many people have been scammed. I do want to make a little plug for my book. I just had a new book out. It's called Raised by the Dead, because exactly what I'm talking about here, the dead have raised me up in my life in every way, shape, or form. And so basically what I did is I took a bunch of stories on how they did that, their stories, spirit stories, and I put them in this little book for you guys. And so far I've had a lot of positive feedback. The only negative feedback I've had on it so far is that it's not long enough. I've never published a book before, so I just needed to like dip my toe in the water and see if anybody was even going to like anything I read in the first place. And apparently they liked it because everybody read it in like 2 to 3 hours and is now like, that wasn't nearly long enough. So don't worry, if you're in that boat and you bought my book, Raised by the Dead, just so you know, it's on Amazon. I'm getting to work on the second one right away because there's a huge more story to tell. This is just the tiny little tip of the iceberg in the clusterfuck of chaos that has been my life. Excuse my language, but that's what it was. And so it's about time it gets put in a story. Okay, so thank you guys to all of you who have bought that. And if you haven't bought that yet, go check it out. It's on Amazon. All right, so this is what we're going to do here, you guys, it's a little different here on TikTok than it is on Facebook. Here on TikTok, there's a little button thingy down there. Excuse me because I don't know all the proper language, so you're just going to have to follow my blonde technology language here. The little thingy boober in the bottom, yeah, add yourself to the live. I'm going to push that little thingy boober, I don't even know what it's called, and it's going to show me a list of all of you who are asking to add yourself to my live. And then I have spirit here and I can feel them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to match the soul that I feel here with somebody that's asked to add themselves to my live. I'm going to pull you up on the live and I'm just going to give you a free message from spirit right here. I want to let you guys know the last 2 lives that I've done on TikTok, I have not uploaded to my YouTube yet, just because it takes like an hour and a half, you guys, to get it all. First, you have to download it from TikTok, then you have to upload it to YouTube, and it has to like then go through the process. It takes a couple of hours per video. So I've been really busy this last week and I haven't had time yet. So this weekend, I will make sure that all of these TikTok videos are uploaded to my YouTube account. And you guys can go check out my YouTube account to find all the previous ones. So if I speak to you today, know that these are recorded. You can go find them on my YouTube account after. Okay? All right. Now, please just remember, you guys, I want to explain this before I pick somebody up there because I got a lot of new people here. And it's very important that you understand this process, that your loved ones are not talking to me. They're talking to you. And they don't care if I understand this information or not, you guys. I am literally the medium. I am the interpreter, the person in between. My job is to be able to receive their vibrational, symbolic messages and validations and put them in a physical way that you can understand them to get you the message that they need you to get. But you have to understand that they're not talking to me, they're talking to you, and they don't care if I understand the backstory or not. I call it playing spiritual Jeopardy with charades because they're going to give me the answer, but I don't know the question. You do. They're going to act it out with charades, not even with speech. They're going to use signs and symbols. They don't have a physical body to stand here and say da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. It's the cat example. I love this example because it's so perfect. I was speaking to a lady in one of my recent groups, and her dad stepped forward with what I saw as Garfield. He was holding this big, fat, black, orange and black cat. And I'm like, why is your dad stepping forward holding Garfield? She's like, I don't know. You tell me. Why is he doing that? I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't know. I'm not in your life, you guys. I'm just the translator. It's not like her dad steps forward and says, yeah, tell her I've got this cat because blah, blah, blah. I don't get that. I see Dad holding what I think is Garfield because they're going to show it to me whatever way they got to show it to me to get me to say what they need me to say. And I have lots of Garfield books in my library here. So that's what he showed me. Now, if I bring that message to you and I'm like, why is your dad showing me this big fat orange cat? And you're like, I don't know, you tell me. You're going to miss the message, you guys, because your loved ones are not talking to me. They're talking to you. Now, this specific example, when that group was over, the rest of that lady's message from her dad, she understood everything. Just she didn't get that one until the reading was over. And then she watched it after it was uploaded to YouTube. And then it was like ding, ding, ding. And this happens to so many of you guys, so don't feel bad. As soon as she watched it online, she was like, oh my gosh, how did I not know that? Of course, my dad's stepping forward with a big orange cat because a month after her dad passed, her big fat orange cat passed. So her dad was stepping forward with the big orange cat to let her know he had her cat on the other side. But you got to understand, he's not standing here saying, tell her I have the cat that died a month after I did. I don't get that. I see the cat in his arms and I think it's Garfield because that's what Garfield looked like in my library. Do you see what I'm saying? I need you to remember, I'm just the medium. I am the interpreter, the person in between. I don't know why they're telling me to say what they're saying. My job is to say it in such a way that you get the message they need you to get. They're going to bring up things that are very randomly specific. They might sound random, but they're very specific to what is going on in your world. And see, I say that, and all of a sudden, somebody took all the thoughts out of my head and they said, okay, let's just go. Let's go. Let's go. Somebody's so excited. All right, you guys, we're just going to do this. If you would like a message from Spirit, add yourself to my live. I'm going to open that little thingy boober. Forgive me, I don't know what all the technological language is. I don't know. See, that's pretty cool. You guys just gave me a fancy dancy hat. I don't know what that stuff's all about too. And when the first TikTok that I ever did, I thought you guys were punking me. Somebody gave me like a cowboy hat. I thought you guys were like totally punking me. I thought somebody was like trolling me. It was so funny. Anyway, thank you for that. I now know that those are good things. I haven't quite figured them all out, but I know it's good. Let's see who we have here, shall we? Let's see who has asked to add themselves to my live. All right, here we go. Bum bum bum. Oh, you guys. Okay, who's this? Sunny.
Hi.
Hi. Who am I talking to?
Hi, my name is Sunny. That's not my real name. My real name is Savannah.
Gotcha. Good to know. Good to know.
How are you doing today?
I'm good, but your loved one's energy is very strong. I got very weak. I got very shaky. I'm not sure if you're really nervous right now, if I'm picking up their energy. I'll just know I just got bamboozled with all this energy.
Yeah, that's the exact same way that I was feeling. I was just kind of watching it and like popping into live and I was like, okay, let's go ahead and like see about this. And then I started like feeling my heart radiating, if that makes sense.
So the reason why I can feel that is because Spirit wants me to talk about that before we even start. See, I can tell a
Oh.
little bit about your message before we even connect, just by the way that we connect. So what you just said there tells me that you have some psychic ability.
I would say so, yeah.
The thing is, psychics, people think like the movies tell us that having psychic ability looks like somebody standing right here talking to you. It doesn't. It's having hyperactive senses. It's feeling things that are, you don't know why you're feeling, over exaggerated feelings. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, who do you want me to connect to, Savannah?
Recently I've been feeling my papa's energy a lot, and also my grandmother's.
One of them smokes because they just blew smoke in my face.
That would probably be my papa. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. See, I have to ask you guys who to focus on because you have a number of people on the other side as well. It's interesting though. You must be quite young because they're very old. They showed me you have more. how do I explain this? They show the two people that you asked to connect to are standing right here. We haven't even started yet, but they push back all the old people. Like it feels like everybody else is like a generation above you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Whoa! If you have you ever seen me read before?
No, I haven't. This is my first time.
Awesome. Okay, well, I like to start with what I call a connection exercise. Helps me get connected to your energy. So,
Okay.
what I need you to do for me is just sit somewhere where both feet are flat on the ground.
Okay. All right, I am ready.
All right. Now, with both feet flat on the floor, I want you to close your eyes. And when I'm done talking, I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to picture that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus.
Okay.
Okay, so your grandfather's very funny. I'll tell you that right away. He's already got me laughing. So this beginning part, I call this beginning part the puzzle dump because for me, that's exactly what it feels like. When we do that connection exercise, there's a huge amount of information that washes over my senses, but it's like puzzle pieces. I'm not in your life, so I'm not exactly sure how any of that connects yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to explain everything that I'm picking up and then we'll go back and figure out how that fits, okay?
Okay.
Can you hear what's going on with my voice? The more that I connect to his energy, he's taking my breath away. See, the other thing that it's important for you to remember is that your loved ones are going to take me through their passing from their perspective, not from yours.
Okay.
So, what he's doing is he's taking my breath, he's going right to my throat, and I feel like I'm struggling to breathe. I feel like his passing at the end was much quicker for him, it feels like, than some people here. I feel the chest. I don't know if this was heart, emphysema, something like that, or because I just feel the impact in the chest. I feel like I'm taking my last breath. But I also feel the holding of the hand, which is my symbol that I had somebody with me when I took my last breath. And then what's interesting is, like I said, I can smell cigarette smoke all around him. But what made me laugh was he said, well, quitting didn't work, so I might as well smoke anyway. It's like whatever, however he passed, he must have smoked many years before. Do you understand that?
Yes, he smoked and then he started chewing the gum.
See, because he thought that if he chewed the gum, that that would make it so that he didn't get
Yeah.
cancer and didn't get sick, right?
Yeah.
But he's still restricting my throat here. How did he pass? How do you understand the breathing part?
So he actually had cirrhosis of the liver. We're not necessarily sure if smoking had anything to do with it, but we assume that it played a part in his health. But he was at home on hospice care, and yeah, just one morning he just kind of closed his eyes and decided that it was his time to go.
That's why he said it was so much easier for him than it was for you guys. That's why he took me right to the end and said that he passed very quickly at the end. But
Mm-hmm.
this is why it's so important that they take me through their passing from their experience. Because when you said he had cirrhosis of the liver, he said, yeah, but they had me good and medicated. I didn't feel that. I
Yeah.
didn't feel it anymore. I didn't feel
Yeah.
it. And that's what you need to understand is that when he passed, his memory, with his last memory was just that last breath. Like I can feel the impact of that last breath, and then I'm on the other side.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's kind of how we felt his passing too. Like we or I wasn't there, but the people that were around him, they said that they definitely felt him like kind of cross over immediately.
Yeah, he did very fast. He said his ears feel better too, so I'm not sure what's with that. Did you know if he had an ear infection before he passed?
I'm not sure about before he passed. I was kind of young at the time. But he did have a lot of ear issues.
Okay. See, they'll bring those kinds of things up that are specific to the situation, right? Because see, here's the thing. They
Mm-hmm.
know that these readings are recorded. So they know this is something spirit does all the time is they'll give you a message that you can't even understand right now or that you don't know. So that when you go and you tell your family, they'll be like, yeah, how do you know that? We never
Oh,
told you that. That's spirit's way of getting a message to skeptics or to
yeah.
non-believers too. He's giving you a rose, sweetie, which is my symbol
Yeah.
day, birthday, anniversary, or a date that happens once a year. You understood the rose a different
Oh,
way as
yeah.
well. So there's two meanings for that. How do you understand the rose?
I okay. Now that I'm starting to talk about it, things are starting to just like kind of like fall into place for me. But I have my uh 3-year anniversary with my boyfriend coming up here in a couple of days actually.
Okay. And
And I love my boyfriend, but we do have like our bouts sometimes. And I've been kind of like in this weird space if I need to like kind of like be by myself at this moment or if like this is the person I'm meant to be with. And there are times where I definitely feel like, okay, no, like these doubts that you're having, like stop having them. It's okay to have them, like stop having them. Like this is the person. I always said that it kind of felt like he was the person that was sent to me by my loved ones.
hmm. So about that, just so you know, just because somebody sends you, okay, no, let me say this better. Sometimes your loved ones will send you somebody, but that
Hmm.
doesn't mean that that person is meant to be in your life forever.
Yes,
I
yes,
want you to
yes.
think about about kindergarten. Kindergarten is a very important stage of our developmental process as a child, correct?
Hmm.
Do we go back to kindergarten every single year?
No.
Sometimes there's relationships and people in our world that are meant to be there for a time or a season. And the thing is that your heart can feel when it's time to go in another direction or when it's not a good fit anymore. Your heart never lies to you. It is your
Yeah.
compass. So, see, the thing about your loved ones is that they're not going to tell you what decision or choice to make.
Hmm.
What they will tell you is that, so she's giving you a rose. I say she because your grandma's breaking into this now. She's like pushing him out of the way. She's like, okay, we're talking love. This is my turn
Yes.
now. You can
That is
tell
totally
me.
her.
Is this his wife? It feels like on the other side of the family, though.
No, it's actually so my papa is my mom's dad and my grandmother is my dad's mom.
I can feel that because that's what I said. Is she pushed him out of the way? Like they're not holding hands, they're not married. She's like, "Get out of the way, old man. It's my turn. We're talking love."
Yep,
That's my cue.
that's my grandma.
She's really proud of you. Just so you know, when you say that this is your 3rd year anniversary, first of all, she's got a few things to say. She's playing my grandma in my head right now. My grandma was this little old French lady born in 1913, and my grandma used to say this to me. Tracy, there is another man coming around the corner every 5 minutes. You be careful which bus you get on, because if you get on the wrong bus, he gonna take you to Chinatown. She
Oh,
wasn't
that's
racist. I
funny.
got lost in Chinatown once when I was 7. He gonna take you to Chinatown. It'll take you 10 years to get back to this bus stop and be ready to get on another bus.
That is so funny. I've never thought of it like that before.
Well, there's wisdom in this because you sound very young and your energy feels very young. And I think what she wants you to know is, and the mistake that a lot of people make sometimes in this situation is the analogy of the Nike shoes. Spirit speaks in analogies. And the thing is that sometimes we wait to let go of a relationship
Hmm.
because we think that there's nothing wrong with that person. So the analogy Spirit gave me is like this. Sometimes relationships are like a beautiful pair of Nike shoes. When you first get them, they're expensive. They're $500. They look great. You feel great in them. You wear them everywhere you go. You're like, yeah, look at my new shoes. This is awesome. Now, all of a sudden, one day, you put your feet in those shoes and they pinch and they hurt. And you're like, well, there's nothing wrong with the shoes. They look exactly the same as they did the day I bought them. So I'm just going to force myself to keep wearing these shoes. I got to keep myself wearing these. These are my shoes. And so everywhere you go, you force yourself to wear them and they pinch and it just gets worse and worse and worse until it bleeds. And now we're having trauma and torture and everybody's hurting. For what?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what she's saying to here is your loved ones will never choose for you. But your grandparents want you to know is that you got to look at this relationship and figure out, is this a good fit for you? Sometimes we hang on to those shoes because we think that we can't get rid of them because there's nothing wrong with the shoes. But what you're missing is that they're just not a good fit anymore. And if you can
Um,
let go of those to somebody who will love them and appreciate them, then life will give you a pair of shoes that will fit you perfectly. And if the thought of letting go of those Nike shoes hurts you more than the thought of keeping them forever, then that makes your choice so much easy. Do you see what I'm saying?
mhm.
Your heart always knows which way to go. And even as I'm saying this, I can feel you don't want to let them go. You're just
Yeah.
worried that there's something out better out there.
I mean, I definitely wonder that, but at the same time, I don't know. It's kind of like if it's not broken, you don't need to fix it, kind of thing, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, I
Well,
don't know. It just doesn't feel like time is necessarily up at the moment, but
I
it's
can feel
starting to
that
get
in your
there.
energy. And that's okay because you're so young. And you're not meant to know when you're in grade one, two, or three what you're going
Yeah.
to become after you graduate, right? So just
Yeah.
know that where you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be. And and if there is somewhere else that you're supposed to be tomorrow, your loved ones are going to be able to help guide you there. Your job is
Mhm.
to tell them what you need and they will line it up for you. Just like today, you said, I need a message. Thank you for doing this. You could do this for me.
Yes. Thank
Boom.
you.
And yes, happy anniversary. Your grandma just said this is 3 years. She wants you to go out and celebrate it. Part of the thing about your relationship, though, is that, see, I don't think that you are definitely not in a place of like breaking up or anything. I can feel how much you love him, but I also can feel like you guys need to invest some time together. You need to go and
Yeah.
do stuff together, and it just feels like maybe it's been a little while.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
Your grandma's giving you pancakes.
Pancakes. Oh, yes.
I'm not sure what that means. Like, did you just cook pancakes? Did you used to make pancakes with her? Why is she giving you pancakes?
So yesterday, okay, it's kind of funny thing, but I was smelling maple syrup and I was starting to crave pancakes, which isn't really much of a thing. But like if I stayed the night at her house and my cousin was there, she would cook us pancakes, or like my dad would do pancakes on Sunday mornings.
Yeah. So when I told you when we first connected that you're psychic, this is what
Mm-hmm.
I mean. Your loved ones are talking to you, but they use energy. So when your grandma's around and she wants you to know that she's there, you feel her in your heart, and your heart translates that energy to your thoughts as
Mm-hmm.
the smell of pancakes and maple that you used to smell when you were at her house. It's like when your
Mm-hmm.
grandfather's around, you're probably going to get whiffs of smoke because he feels ripped off that he quit smoking and for nothing, it killed him anyway. So he got to
Yeah.
that side and he's like, it's heaven. You can smoke up here, guys. It's heaven. But this is what I mean. There's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. So what you're going to find is that when you talk to them, you'll get flashes of smells like that. They'll put you in
Yeah.
exactly the right place at exactly the right moment so that you can feel their presence. And you're going to start noticing that it becomes mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance.
Yes.
Keep talking to them. They're really proud of you. Are you in school right now? Because they just put the graduation cap over your head. Um, and they're talking about being really proud of you.
Yes. I'm gonna tear up a little bit. But I actually just graduated. It was a bit of a struggle for me to get through community college. But I just graduated from community college last spring. and I am currently in my second semester of my bachelor's, so I only have 2 more semesters left, and I'll be done with that.
That is amazing. They're so incredibly proud of you. If your grandfather just said, if this chick would let me swear, I would use better language than that. Just know that we are so bleep, 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 bleep proud of you, girl.
Yeah, that sounds like him. He was definitely mouth of a sailor.
I'm telling you. I try to filter it though when I'm on these lives because some of you have little kids running around and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So just know that they're very much with you, loving you and guiding you here, and that just reminding you they're not gone. They are like your spiritual GPS, which means that you have to tell them what you need and then they can line it up in your world, but they can't choose for you.
Yeah. They can't choose for me. I gotta kind of make those connections myself.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. And if it is that you want to marry this boy, then your loved ones are going to use their energy to. Here's the thing, no matter if it's this boy or another boy, your grandma just says, oh, yeah, let's talk about that. It doesn't matter what boy you marry. When you get married, make sure you give them things to do because they're not gone. If they were still here in the physical world, you'd be saying, okay, you're in charge of the flowers, you're in charge of the wine, grandpa's taking the booze. So when you get married, you say, okay, you're in charge of this. You give them jobs to do. And then
Okay.
what you're going to see happen is that you're going to get massive discounts on that wine or on the flowers, or the photographer will cancel last minute and the one that you'll get is 10 times better and he'll do it for free. You are going to
Hmm.
see your loved ones use their energy and alignment to put you in the right place at exactly the right moment to give you what you've asked for in such a way that it will be mathematically impossible to pass off as fluke, random, or chance, so that you will feel their presence and you don't experience getting married without them.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I definitely think about that a lot.
They'll be there. You just got to tell them that you want to see signs. You got to tell them that you want to see them in the picture. See, when you do that and then you go and take your wedding pictures, that's when you get big streaks through the picture and orbs, or you see the
Hmm.
bird at just the right moment in the sky. That is your loved ones. And I'm getting goosebumps as I say this because somebody else out there resonated with that and understood they have that in their pictures too. That is your loved ones making sure their energy is in your pictures so you feel their presence on your special day.
I definitely understand that.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to let them pull their energy back now, hon, but I hope that was helpful.
It very much was. Thank you so much. That was very beautiful.
You're very welcome. You have a great rest of your day, okay? I just
You
need you to
too.
click the X button for me because I don't know how to do that
Oh,
without hanging
yes.
up on everybody.
Yes, thank you so much. Have a good
You're
day.
welcome. You too. I think I want to do one more. Somebody standing here going, please, 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 one more, one more, one more. Okay, let's see who this is. Let's see. I was only planning on doing one today, but Spirit's saying, please, 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 please. All right, hold on. Who is this here? Who do I have here? Oh, okay. Sarah. Sarah, I'm coming to you. Tell me when you can hear me, honey.
Oh,
Hello?
hi.
Hi. You can hear me okay?
Yeah, I had to turn my thing up. I wasn't sure how this works.
Awesome. Well, join the club. I'm learning as I go as well. Are you kind of new to me, hun?
I am. This is my first time in.
Awesome. Well, your loved ones are very insistent. Let me tell you that. My hands are sweating. My heart is beating. They were like, one more, please, 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 please.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Who do you want me to focus on, hun? You have a lot of people on the other side, just saying.
I was either one of my parents or my cousin Stephanie.
Yeah. You see? You see what I mean? Okay. All right. Let's do this. You ready? Did you see my last reading?
I did. It
All
was
right.
very good.
Awesome. Okay, here we go. Both feet on the floor. We're going to start with a connection exercise, okay?
Okay.
I want you to Close your eyes, and then when I'm done talking, I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me, and give me a minute to focus.
Okay.
Oh, I love their energy already. Okay, here we go. Puzzle dump. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
They definitely step forward hand in hand, your parents do, but they have the yellow rose in their hand as well. Now, the yellow rose is my symbol for friendship. It always means friendship, but very often it can indicate separation or divorce if they were separated before they passed or divorced. I'm not sure if they mean that they are like, because they're hand in hand, and I see the heart around the two of them, which is my symbol that we are healed to be reconnected. So I'm not sure if that's because one passed sometime before the other and they're like, oh, thank God we're back together, or if they had some separation before they passed and now they're indicating that they are very much back together. But this is the energy they come forth in, very much united together.
That's so good. They were separated.
They found peace on the other side. They have the soul of your, you said this is your cousin there?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so hold on. She's very strong. She passed more recently, yes?
She did, yes.
Okay, she's taking me to the head and my head hurts. So she's also restricting my breath and my throat, and I feel dizzy thoughts and dizzy feelings, which is my sign that either I was not in my right mind when I passed, I was actually spinning, or I was unable to communicate. I feel sudden, unexpected, traumatic passing. And I
Yes.
taste blood, which is my symbol for trauma. It doesn't necessarily mean there was blood. It just means that the whole thing was traumatic. And then your parents, they didn't even tell me how they passed yet. They just go, let her know that we got her. We got her. We got her. She's here. She's here. She went up, not down. Oh,
Good.
is this overdose, hon?
We're not sure. We got a call from Florida. They told us that she had had a stroke at 30, and by the time we got there, basically everything was gone but the machines.
So the reason why I asked if it's overdose is because you understand that they take me through their passing from their experience, and sometimes it can all feel the same. But what I love about Spirit is that what she did, the very first thing she did you see me grab my head? I felt
Mm-hmm.
that immense pain through my head. They
Yes.
take me through their passing from their perspective. The last thing she felt was that pain in her head, that breath, the dizzying thoughts, and then she was immediately on the other side.
Okay. Okay.
She said, I see that tattoo. Somebody got a tattoo for her.
Yeah, I've gotten yeah, for her and both my parents.
Please know they're all together. Now, your parents, they're like, okay, we established your hair. It's our turn again. Your dad says, let her know I got all my hair. My hair. Make sure she knows about the hair. So
Oh
I don't
my
know,
gosh.
was your dad balding before he passed or just very picky about his hair?
He was very I always loved him to have long hair, and his family did not like him to have it. So that's what that would be about.
Got it on the other side, let me tell you. Your mom showed me the mustache too. Oh, he's spouting everything he wanted to do on that side that they wouldn't let him do here, hey?
Yeah,
Because your mom said he looked like a 70s porn star.
he
Not
did.
from me, from her. Sorry.
He did.
Here's the thing, your mom needs you to know that she has no more pain in her body. She's jumping up and down. She said that she
Mm.
is free on the other side. She has so much mobility over there. And it's not just physical, it's internal as well. It feels like that pain around dad, and not just dad. There's a lot of like emotional pain that it feels like your mom was holding on to right up until the
Mm-hmm.
end.
Very much.
She needs you to know that she's free of that now. And she's like, it really is heaven. This guy apologized. Ha ha! It's heaven. That's how you know it's heaven. He said he's sorry.
Yeah,
And then
that'll do it.
I'm telling you, your parents are funny. And your dad's like, yeah, well, God made me go through that freaking life review where I had to keep reliving my life through everyone else's eyes until I said, okay, I'm sorry.
That makes sense.
Oh, but they both love you so much. See, there's no such thing as a perfect parent, is there? We do the
No.
best we can with what we have, and your dad is showing me the rose-colored glasses, which is my symbol for where they see things differently on that side than they did when they were here in the physical world. Oh, this is something he just said to me. He said the best thing that a father can do for his mother, for his children, is to love their mother. And I might not have done a very great job of that at the end of my life here, but I promise you that now that we're up here, I am loving her and keeping her safe every single second of every single day. And I need you to know that. That's for you.
Thank you. That I love that. I always worried. Like we knew what happened with my dad. We knew what happened with my mom too, but it was so sudden. She just went in for a surgery, and that was it.
That's
And
because she did not want to have an unquality of life. She needed that quality of life. She said that in that surgery, she saw her body was never going to be able to recover properly. And she was like, no, I'm not doing that.
so we did the right thing.
Yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. When you said that, she said, not only that, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then she showed me my symbol for the light switch, which is choices and decisions. Here's the thing. She said, tell her about the peace. Sometimes when we're a physical body, we tell our loved ones, this is what I want you to do when I die. And
Mm-hmm.
then, as we found out in during the last few years through COVID, we're not always able, us living people are not always able, for one reason or another, are not always able to lay our loved ones to rest in the way that they gave us instructions for, right?
Yes.
So here's the thing, on that side, the second the soul exits the physical body, we are instantaneously in love, light, and peace. And one of the very first things Spirit ever taught me was that once they exit the physical body, they don't give a shit what you do with their physical body anymore. All they care is that it brings you peace. That it brings you peace because they're already at peace. And if you're not in peace, then every time they try to come and connect with you and contact you and talk to you and let you know they're with you, all you're going to do is feel that trauma and that pain and that torment all over again. And that will disconnect you and them from being able to communicate. They don't want that. They want you to know that you made all the right choices and decisions. And I'm seeing jewelry. Who's cremated?
Both of my parents.
Did you put their ashes in jewelry?
I have my dad's in a necklace. Yes.
I'm telling you, he's thanking you for that. He said, even though I would have found that creepy when I was here in the physical world, I love that now that I'm in spirit.
That's great because I was gonna do the same thing for mom too. But yes, I'm glad.
So that's Dad's way of saying, see, it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. You too, sweetheart. You get a toe, you get an ear, you get an eye. Love it. Your parents are so funny.
They really, when they got along, they were great. They really
That's the
were.
point. Do you see? What you
Mm-hmm.
just said right there is exactly the point that they need you to get. Is I can't make this stuff up. Their energy, their personality that they bring through is that if they were not together and if they were not getting along, then they wouldn't be this funny. That's
I
how you
love
know
that.
they really are together.
Thank you so much.
And please know they have your cousin's soul there as well, and that um, it feels still pretty fresh and raw, but again, it feels like you're going to get lots more messages. Oh, sorry, this is what it is. She just sent you a dime or a penny. Are you in the States?
Yes.
I
Mm-hmm.
saw pennies. That's why, because we don't have pennies anymore in Canada because our prime minister is a little. Anywho, so spirit will line you up with pennies, dimes, nickels, change, whatever it is that they can find. Because have you ever heard that old saying, dimes from heaven, pennies from heaven?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because it's readily available and it's their way of letting you know that they're with you at that exact moment. And if you understand a sign or a symbol is from them, they will use it all the time.
I get. I always get a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, the clock, or people saying anything. That's when I look at it. That's a lot from me.
Well, those numbers, when you see 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a message that everything is lined up. So numbers have meanings behind them, just like letters have sounds behind them. And I can show you letters all day long, but if you don't understand the sounds behind the letters, you're not going to understand the message that I'm trying to say.
Right.
Numbers are the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. Numbers like that in succession are giving you the message your everything is lined up. It's lined up. Relax. Sometimes we get into
Relax. Yeah.
panic because we can't see the whole path, right? And so we think that we're stuck. And so you'll start saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's Spirit's way of saying it's all lined up. Relax, would ya?
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're always talking to you. There is no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. There's synchronicity and alignment. So the next time that you see repeating numbers
Hmm.
or something like that, I want you to stop and go, okay, what's going on in my life right now? What does that number represent? Look it up. That's Google's your friend. And how does what that number represents have anything to do with what is going on in my life right now? And if you can put those two together, you'll get the message your loved one is trying to get. And if you don't know who's sending it to you, say, who's sending me this message? Boom, you'll feel their presence in your thoughts.
Okay. Okay.
Your parents are never going to leave you. That they're really glad that they got you here. See, you never seen me before. They definitely brought you here today.
I'm so happy. I really am.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to let them pull their energy back, hon. I hope this
Thank
was
you.
helpful.
It was very great. It was awesome. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Just click that little X button for me if you don't mind.
Okay, let's see. X. Okay.
Awesome. All right, you guys, I have another reading here at 1 o'clock, but I want to remind you guys that this is not the only way to get a message from me. I am a professional medium. I do this for a living. So I book private readings, private group readings. I offer Zoom group every Tuesday for only $28 a person. I offer the THM Club as well. Go to my website, thmedium.ca. It's very important to me that I make these messages accessible to as many people as possible because of what you just saw right there. You don't have to live the rest of your life without your loved ones. So I hope that this helped you guys. And keep following me because I do these free readings every single day on Facebook. Usually it's my comfort zone. There's not nearly as many followers there, but I know how to work that site without calling it a thingamaboober and making a fool of myself. So, but I do come back here every few days as well. So thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Mwah! And I'll see you in a couple days or tomorrow on TikTok or Facebook. See, I can't even talk. Have a good night, guys.